not winning, but other managers, other people around her were winning. But she used their stories, you know, to propel her to move her business forward. So I am not going to waste much of your time. Right now, we are going to hand over to NOLUVUYO, and she is going to inspire us so that this festive season, we don't go to sleep. We work hard so that we can have a productive 2026. Over to you, my leader. Thank you so much once more.
Take it away.
Please unmute yourself.
It's muted.
There we go. Thank you so much, my leader. Thank you so much for that welcome, and thank you for the invite. I honestly feel so honored to come and share my story, my comeback story. Thank you so much, my leaders. Yo, guys, you have no idea when I received that call, and I was like, yo, imagine number one wonke, and they are saying, come and share your story. It's something that I don't take for granted. Thank you so much to each and everyone that is here on this call. And I honestly hope that at the end of this session of me sharing my journey, you would find something that would resonate with you and that can propel you forward. As Ugreni has said, my name is NOLUVUYO BUQA. I am a senior manager in the business. In fact, I am a senior Eagle manager in the business. I am a global rally qualifier. I am a Forever to Drive level 3 qualifier. And in SADC, I am number 23 in terms of my case credits. These are the results from last year. This year, 2025, guys, yo. Yeah, it has been explosive, and it only came from a decision. It took a decision for me to achieve what I have achieved today. So today, I want us, as we start this session, I want to speak to the person that says, look, I am tired. I want to speak to the person that says, I am stuck. I want to speak to the person that says, I am confused, and I want to give a special welcome to each and every one of you, because tonight, this is not just any ordinary training. I want you to take tonight as something that is going to reignite you and your business. I want you to take this training or to take this talk as something that is going to, that ignites something that sleeping comfort cannot ever ignite. I want you to rebuild something that disappointment tried to break. So tonight we are rising above everything that tried to bury us. And in this moment, at this time, I want you to understand something, leaders, that something in your life is about to shift. Because if it shifted for me, then I know for a fact that it will definitely shift for you. This room today is filled with 208 ordinary people, but it's 208 people that have got a comeback story that is waiting to happen. So tonight, as we are about to start this training, I want you to understand that you are not here by accident. You didn't log on by accident. You didn't share this invite with you by accident. You were brought here because greatness is calling you. Because greatness is calling you back into your original position. Greatness is calling you into your destiny. This is where you were destined to be. And I want to say to you, as we start this session, I want you to say loudly and very clearly to yourself that today is the day that I rise. Today is the day that I will rebuild myself. Today is the day that I will awaken a fire that I thought was there to destroy me. Because today, and this year is the year of the phoenix. I call myself the lady of the phoenix because I find myself rebuilding my business and building a business through consistency, building a business that will outlast myself. myself, and that would outlast my children. Guys, before I go any further, I am a preacher's wife. I'm sure you can tell that I am a preacher's wife. So I like, my husband has taught me well. So before I even start, let me introduce myself formally to you. My name is NOLUVUYO BUQA. I am a wife to that handsome gentleman that you see there on your screen. And I am a mother to those two beautiful children that you see on your screen. These people are the reason why I have endured all that I have endured. These people that you see on your screen are the reason why I wake up every day, even on days where I don't feel like waking up. I am a former provincial sales manager for a UK-based company, a UK-based publishing company. And in July of this year, 2025, I gave myself and I gave my family the gift of time. I gave my family the gift of my presence, that, you know what, I am going to retire from formal employment and I'm going to come and I'm going to build my business on a full-time scale because I want to be there for my children. Being a sales manager meant that I needed to travel quite extensively. So I was hardly home, to an extent that my son, for the very first time in his life, he failed term 1. And that for me was my wake-up call to say, no, something needs to shift. I need to be at home. I need to make sure that I look after my children and be that Proverbs 31 woman that we so read in the Bible. So right now, I am a gracious stay-at-home mom with money. And I joined this business in April of 2017. But I always say that my rebirthing moment was May of 2024, because that is when I took the decision, Yokuba, you know what? I have watched everything crumble. I have watched and I've stayed in the sidelines, and I can see that my life is crumbling bit by bit. I need to take charge. I need to take charge, and I need to make sure that I come back on top where I belong. So when I look at my journey, I look at it and I see myself as the phoenix. And why do I see myself as the phoenix? There is a mythical story that is being told about the phoenix, about the bird called the phoenix. It is said that the phoenix is a beautiful, beautiful bird. It is a powerful, powerful bird. It is strong. It is radiant. But the phoenix has a strange habit. Ne? I'm sure a lot of us know about the eagle, but today I want us to speak about the phoenix. The phoenix has got a very strange habit that when life becomes too heavy, when life becomes too overwhelming for the phoenix, when life becomes too exhausting for the phoenix, it does something that is unbelievable. I'm so sorry, guys. Please forgive my cough. I think I was so nervous that it triggered my asthma. The phoenix does something that is unbelievable. It builds itself a nest. It takes old twigs, it takes old grass, and it builds itself a nest. And when it goes into the nest, and what it does, everyone thinks that the phoenix is just going to go into that nest for it to rest. Yes, it wants to rest, but it does something totally unbelievable. It ignites the nest, and it sets that nest on fire. Now, the thing about the phoenix, it doesn't just set the nest alone on fire. The phoenix is inside the nest while it burns. So the phoenix, in other words, it burns everything. It burns the nest together with his majestic and glorious body, together with his majestic and glorious feathers. It burns everything, the feathers, the glory, the beauty, until there's nothing left but there are ashes. Now, a lot of people, when we see a fire, when we see something that has burnt and we see the ashes, we think that this is the end. When we say, if you've ever bride in your house and you see the ashes that are left over, you can see that there was a fire that was here before, so it has ended. But the phoenix sees this as something different. It understands that the fire that it goes through is not its death, but it is its transformation. And from those ashes, slowly but powerfully, a new phoenix arises, a stronger phoenix arises, a renewed phoenix arises, a phoenix that is not lost, but a phoenix that is reborn. So tonight, guys, I want you to understand something as we go through the ashes story, the phoenix story. Understand that the fire or the ashes that you see in your business, those are not ashes to destroy you. Those are not ashes to say that there was a NOLUVUYO in the forever business. Those are not ashes to say that there was I can't see the names, a Sibusiso in the forever business. But those ashes mean that there was once a fire, there was once a flame, and that person will reignite again, and they shall rise again, just like the phoenix. Guys, I want to share with you a very sensitive part of my story. This on your screen right now is my ashes story. If you see on your screen, you can see that there is 2023, the smaller nyana, guys. You can see the tall bars, the yellow tall bars. You can see them. If you look very closely next to them on the left, you will see there are bars, small bars. Those were my 2023. Those were my results in 2023. 2023 was the hardest year in my business. 2023 became my fire. 2023, it meant that I was a senior manager with a title, but I did not have the results that correlate with senior manager. 2023 meant that I was in a position of leadership, but because I had no consistency, it meant that I was just an assistant supervisor. 2023, it meant that I had the business title, but I did not have the fire. 2023, it was when everything collapsed. If you look back at my stats, you would know that you would know that I was one of the qualifiers for Eagle Manager when we were supposed to go to Bahamas. I was one of the rising stars of this business, but I let everything collapse. And 2023 was my breaking point. I had 0 CCs. I had 0 team. I had 0 recruits. I had 0 momentum in my team. We were just left with ashes. But just like the phoenix, I had to learn to stop being ashamed of my story. I had to learn to stop being ashamed of my ashes. I had to accept my ashes. I had to own my ashes. I had to understand that the ashes are not evidence of my failure, but they are evidence that I once had a flame. And just like the phoenix, I had to make the difficult decision to rise again. I had to make the difficult decision to set myself on fire again. It was slow, it was painful, but boldly, powerfully, I had to reignite my why. I had to rebuild the foundations of my business. I had to refire myself as the leader that I know that I am. And today I stand in front of you, not as someone who has never fallen. I stand in front of you as someone who refused to stay down. If I rose from my ashes, then I believe with everything in my heart that you too can rise again. If I was able to rebuild from my ashes, then I believe with everything in my heart that you too can rebuild your business. If I overcame everything and the challenges that came with everything that I went through, if I overcame those, then I believe with everything in my heart that you too are going to be an overcomer. Because the phoenix story is not just a story, it is a principle. And that principle today becomes our reality, guys. That principle becomes our reality. We will rise. We will rise. Look at the stats and look at it carefully. If you are seeing yourself in my 2023, I want your 2026 to look like my 2025. We will rise. I want you to believe that in your heart of hearts. We will rise. You will be at the top. Your children will have the life that you have promised them. if it happened for me, then I know in my heart of hearts that my God will not disappoint you either. Now, every leader, I will need you to understand something about the story or about the forever business. Every single leader that you envy has had their first share of collapse. Every single leader that you see on those leadership boards today has had their ashes story. Every single person that you see qualifying for the incentives have had their ashes story. Guys, our ashes are not the end. Don't be ashamed of your ashes. Don't hide your fall. I am proud to say that I fell. I am proud to say that I fell and I hit rock bottom, because today I can clearly say I can hold up the banner for all those that come behind me to say that after a fall, you can rise to 3,500 case credits. After a fall, you can rise to the biggest check of your life and your first check. After a fall, you can rise to a level 3 forever to drive qualifier. After a fall, you can rise to earning every incentive that forever has to offer. Guys, people don't want to follow perfect leaders. They want to follow the leaders who are real, who rise again after being knocked down. Be that leader in your own small business. You might not have the big team, but in your own small business, be the leader that says, "Bantu bam, masiqokalane and come closer. Let us reason together, because it's time for us to rise again." It's time for us to rise again. So the foundations that I used while I was rebuilding my business, I had to go back and I had to look at my children in the eye. My children used to come back from school, belila, they were crying, "But mama, but we are poor." Now, I could not face my children. Okay, they need to understand that the situation at home is like this now. I couldn't. I needed to do this for my children. Because one thing that my son asked me when we were in Paris, he asked me, I was the first time qualifier. I qualified with 1,500 cc's. Now, my son looks at Ukraine, Nobile. We've got lanyards. I had a blue lanyard. Wait, where is it? There it is. I've got it here. We had these blue lanyards, guys. Ne? This was a 1,500 cc qualifier, and Granny Ngobile's was black. And this thing here, she had a sparkly one, a sparkly one. It was sparkly. And my son asked, "Mama, why is Auntie Ngobile's one like that?" And I was like, because no, she's worked very hard. She's a GLT. And the thing that my son said to me, I will never forget, not even what he said, but his look. He was like, "Then go and work, Mama. Go and work." So your children do not understand when you are making them to say, you must understand that our home is like this. They don't understand. It is unfair of us to expect our children to understand our laziness. It is unfair of us to expect our children to bear the brunt of our idleness. We need to reignite why we started that business in the first place. Some of us, we were never even recruited. We picked up the phone and said, "Sponsor, I want to join your business." Something was pushing you behind. Now you need to go back to that spot, because I can guarantee you, you have not solved that problem. But we are sitting here and saying, "You, forever is difficult. 4cc is difficult. Forever is this. You too much." Guys, reignite your why. Reignite why you needed to be here in the first place. Start with 1cc. Start with one recruit. Start with one decision. But it needs to happen from you. And I want you to understand something. Consistency will beat intensity any day. We are not moved by you coming here and buying 100 cc's all at one go, only for you to die tomorrow. But if you are consistent, buying 20 case credit every single month, then you will grow your business. These are the foundations that I have used in my business. I said, yes, the people are winning. Yes, I am earning money, But for me, I needed to make sure that I'm building a consistent business. I needed to make sure that I am building leaders and not followers. Be a leader in your business. You don't be a leader. You are not a leader by getting the title leaders. Remember, I said I was a senior manager, but I had an assistant supervisor business. Now, assistant supervisors show up as the managers that you want to be. Show up as the people that you want to be. Show up. This year, I was very intentional. This year, I said, I'm going to get everything. I called myself Operation Kokelela Konke. I wanted every single item that Forever has to offer. I wanted it. And I built my consistency. 2026 is the year of my rising. 2026 is the year where I am going to soar to the place that I belong. Now you need to decide, leaders. You need to decide. No one can make this decision for you. Now, the practical steps that I'm going to give you to rebuild your business. You need to understand your business. How many of us don't even have FLP 360? We call our leaders, please order for me. Please do this for me. We bring in downlines, but we leave them in the groups and we go on mute and we mute the WhatsApp groups. We leave those downlines to be someone else's responsibility. We don't understand our systems that are happening in our own small businesses. Audit your business. Look at where you are. Do you think it was nice to go back and look at my stats for 2023? Remember, Nina, you are not seeing the side where it shows the CCs. You are just seeing the bars. For me, it's brutally honest. I look at the CCs that goes with the bars. So go and audit your business. Where are you in your business? Where are you supposed to be in your business? Guys, and another thing that I want you to understand is that in order for you to rebuild your business, you have to rebuild with the builders. Something that was said, I think by Ukraine, she always said that you need to build with the builders. You walk with the walkers, we crawl with the crawlers, but we build with the builders. You will cry, guys. You will cry about it. Hey, I can do hoy. Hey, uvuvu guys. Yes, you will get airtime. You will get the group airtime if you are not showing up. But one-on-one, it's the people that are showing up. The people that are busy building will get the one-on-one attention. So don't cry when your leaders are not giving you one-on-one attention. Look at your business. Look at your back office. I'm not saying people are going to love you just because you are bringing the CCs. No. Please don't don't get me wrong. Don't misquote me. I am saying that you cannot expect your leader to spend 3 hours with you when you are sleeping. Go and do your CCs. Go and do your CCs. Guys, there's no time. There's no time. I want you in your small teams to do something. You need to create simple systems. Simple systems. There is no need to go and reinvent the wheel. It's a pity that I've got the old First Steps to Manager book here, but I will show it anyway. The First Steps to Manager book, if you don't know what to do, this book is going to guide you because it's got everything that Forever is and everything that you need to succeed in Forever. Create a system that is duplicatable. When your person joins, what do? You go and sit with them. And the cycle says, we are going to invite you to the presentation. We are going to show you the products, or we show you the business opportunity, invite you to the presentation, they register, and then there's another step there. You sit and plan with them. Guys, create a system that you will be able to duplicate, that your people will be able to duplicate. And remember, when you are building a business, you need to build a culture. Build people, not just sales. Build people because people will bring the sales and lead from the front. You cannot expect people to do something that you are not willing to do. You cannot expect people to be on the step up when you are nowhere to be found on the step up. You are nowhere to be found on the 4CC posters, but you are saying, I'm waiting for my team to do 4CC. No, leaders, we cannot be hypocrites. We lead from the front. And that is how you are going to rebuild your business. I always say to my team that every single month, I'm doing supervisor business. Every single month, I re-qualify personally as a supervisor. I ask my team to follow that retailing formula that is on the presentation, to retail 4CC and recruit 3 people and to do 10 CCs every month. That is what I am asking of my team. And I, NOLUVUYO, I am doing it. If I don't have the recruits, then rest assured I'm going to do my 10 CC sales. But I am leading from the front. I make sure that whatever I ask of them, I am willing and I am doing it so that they can see that it is being done. Whenever the step up is there, they will see my name. One thing that was a painful realization was a recruit. Someone that was recruiting, she's now a supervisor in my business and she's working towards manager. But when she joined, I think she joined last year in December, if I'm not mistaken. She was like, Vuvu, no, the other year, yes. She was like, Vuvu, my leader, I see other people, I watch these things that go forever, and I see other people's names on those stats, but I never see your name. That hit me. That hit me. People, if you are wanting to build a strong business, you need to talk, you need to walk the talk. It cannot just be about lip service. It cannot be about lip service. Okay, I don't know why my slides don't want to move now. Let's quickly see if I will be able to move it here. Okay, there we go. So guys, leading or rebuilding your business is not just about hitting the numbers. Yes, we want the ranks. Yes, we want the recognition, but it's about building something that is sustainable. This leaders, this for me, getting this cup, it's a cup. I can afford to go and buy this on my own, but this is special because it means that I was consistent. For me, it means that the thing that I am sharing with you today, I was able to do. It's not just about building J. We don't just build J. We build a sustainable business, a duplicatable business. It's not just about dependency. In my team, I tell my team, I don't want followers. I want people to be leaders. You come in and you become a leader. Every single day at 5 a.m., we've got a prayer session in my team. One leader will come in and they will share the prayer for the word of the day, and they will share a prayer to start off the day. But if for some reason that leader is not able to do it, we don't have a backup person to come in. You see at 5:10, you see that there is no prayer that is posted in the team. Go in and post that prayer. Go in, even if you are a preferred customer, go in and post that prayer. It's not someone else's responsibility. You go and you build leaders in your teams. And we never stop recruiting. I will never forget this one, leaders. Leaders, if I did not go and find new people, I would be nowhere. If I didn't go and find new people, I will be nowhere. I only have a handful of the people that I started this business with. Some of them, as they are seeing the progress, as they are seeing that we are moving as the team, some of them are coming back. I see that, oh, so-and-so has placed an order. Oh, wow, okay. And they want to come back and they are coming back. But new blood is going to give new energy to the team. New blood will keep the fire alive in your team. Recruit leaders. Recruit leaders. Yes, you are going to go forward with just sales, but you will soar with new people in your team. If you want to build a business that will outlast you, then new people to compound those CCs are a definite necessity. The phoenix does not rise once. It rises every time it falls. It rises every time it burns itself, and so can you. This is the phoenix principle that I was talking about. Now, I want us to do this declaration. As I'm about to close, I want us to do this declaration. Please don't unmute your mics. You can say it out where you are. All right. I want you to say that I am not stuck. Ne? I am not stuck. This is something that I want you to say, and you say it out loud and say it boldly. Now, luckily, you are on mute on the screen, so we cannot hear you. But I want you to say it after me. I am not stuck. I am rising. I am rebuilding. My ashes are my testimony. My story is not over. My breakthrough is not behind me. My breakthrough is ahead of me. I am called. I am chosen. I am unstoppable. And I am building a business that would outlive me. I am a phoenix. I rise again and again and again. You are all phoenixes, leaders. So if you were asking yourself, should you be building this business? Should you rebuild your business? I want you to look on your screen right now, because these are the results of building your business. These are the results of rebuilding your business. Senior Eagle Manager for 2025. Yes, I traveled to Phuket quite recently. And you know what? Guess what? Sun City, the ones that we are still working for, my Sun City is done. My Sun City is dusted. I've already qualified for Sun City for Eagle Manager 2026. It's done. Global Rally. Last year, I qualified on 1,500 cc's. I qualified on 1,500 cc's last year. This year, I'm on 3,500 cc's plus. And the year is not over. The year is not over. Next year, I will be traveling to the Dominican Republic because I've leveled up. Oh, guys, and the greatest one of all, it is my chairman's bonus. Receiving my first chairman's bonus. Leaders, if I can take you back to when I joined the business, I never, ever dreamt of these that you see in front of you. I never, ever dreamt of achieving these that you see in front of you. So yes, rebuilding is definitely worth your while. Rebuilding your business is definitely worth your while. Oh guys, I am a product of debt review. When everything collapsed, I had no choice but to go and put myself under debt review. And today, I am one of the people that has got the best credit profiles in South Africa. Today, I am able to say that I have zero debt on my name. If you see that picture in the middle there, guys, that is my why. This year,
We can't hear you, my leader. I think.
Paris.
Okay. We can hear you now. You
can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We couldn't hear you.
Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you so much. If you see that picture there in the middle, leaders, you can see those are my children in front of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, in France. When I turned 40, I decided that I'm not going to throw a party. I'm going to take my children to Paris with me so that they can see, even if they fail in life, what rebuilding will do for them. If you see on that picture on the far right, that is our house, our beautiful, beautiful little cottage, a place that we can call home. For the first time in the, I don't know how many years we've been married with my husband. In the 16, I think we've been married for 16 or 17 years. We were never able to afford to buy ourselves a house. We were renting. We would rent for 3 months and we would move because we wouldn't be able to afford the rent. Oh, there was something that would happen in that house and we would move. And we always knew that we were destined for greater things. And now we bought ourselves a house And you know what's special about that house, guys? I lost my parents in 2020. And the house that we bought belonged to the estate agent that we used to come and sign our leases from. So we bought that house because my parents sat inside that house. My parents once sat in this office that I am broadcasting from. When we came to sign the lease, today the house belongs to us. That house, guys, it is such a special place for me because I've always dreamt as a young child that I wanted my mother to hang the curtains with me. But when she died in 2020, and I didn't have the house, that dream was dead. I thought that dream was dead until we got this house and we bought this house where she sat inside of it. And for me, it is such a special house. This house I will never ever sell. I probably will move to other greater houses that I would love. That would be my first choice. But I will never sell this house because it's got that special connection with me. And it's a house where I can say that through my rebuilding efforts, this is what I have been able to achieve. Now, other achievements are we've bought ourselves a mommy and daddy car. My husband drives the Mercedes-Benz C200 and I drive the Omoda C9. And when I bought that Omoda, a friend of mine sent me a picture or sent me something that we had said years ago. They had bought a car at that time, a brand new car, and I had never driven a brand new car at that time. And I said to them, "Oh, my friend, thank you for showing us what God can do in your life. Because with you achieving this, it means that God is in the neighborhood. And one day I will achieve my red ribbon car, a brand new car where I will unpack and you don't know, plastic, all those plastic bags, I will be taking them off." And when I bought this car, she sent me that conversation that we had on WhatsApp. I cried because it is testimony that God does not leave us. We leave him. God wants to bless us. That story or that Bible verse that says God wants to prosper us. God does not want us to suffer. I suffered before this. I found a job that wanted me to have a car, and I had no car. I had to go and borrow a car from Pace. A Renault Kwid, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a Renault Kwid, guys. I loved my Renault Kwid because it meant that I could rebuild using that car. But having these two cars in the garage right now, you can see what God can do in your life when you take the decision to follow the direction that God wants you to go. Paid off school fees. My children were ridiculed at school for having those red letters, final written tonton letters. Every time, they cannot even go to the first team because you cannot be on the first team and you are owing school fees. They will rather take someone that is not up to the standard of playing just because their school fees is paid up. And that is what we put our children through because we are too comfortable. We want to sit and watch Netflix all day. We want to sit and say, hi, people are saying this stock is too expensive. People don't want to join. Guys, I want to say to you today, I want to put it to you today that your children, your why, it deserves all the thorny bushes that you are going to go through. Remember, guys, even if you look in the Bible, Jesus went through hardship and he bore the brunt of our sins and he bore them for us, for our liberation. Today, we live a life and we know that one day when Jesus comes, we will be free and we will be taken to heaven because he hung on the cross in our place. Now you need to use the same principle for your children. Use the same principle for your children. If you don't have kids, use it for your family. Bear the cross so that they can be free. Bear the cross so that they can be free. Your story, it is not finished, leaders. It's only the beginning. I want us to rise together. I want us to build a forever business that will outlast even us when we go in the grave. I want us to go in that grave empty, knowing that we will be remembered by generations and generations to come. They will know that there was once a NOLUVUYO BUQA. Guys, my name is NOLUVUYO BUQA. I am a very proud forever business owner, and I will do forever. Thank you so much, my leaders. Thank you so much.
So, NOLUVUYO, my leader. I don't know. 1 minute I was standing, clapping my hands. The next I am crying. The next I'm like, oh my goodness. Because I know how badly you wanted success in this business. I know the struggles that you had to go through. I know your journey has not been easy. I'm sure there was a time when you thought of giving up. So we thank God for giving you the courage to keep on keeping on. We thank God, for always reminding you why you started forever. Today, your story is inspiring and impacting the lives of so many people. You are a true testimony that dreams delayed are really not dreams denied. So I wish you nothing but the best. I know this year is not over yet, so push harder so that you can finish even more stronger. And I wish you nothing but the best. May 2026 even be a year of more in your life. So thank you so much for saving us. Thank you so much, everybody. What an amazing evening that we had. Let us make sure that we work hard, we show up, we are consistent, so that next year, this time, we can also share our amazing stories of rising up. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye from us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Please don't end the live. Don't end it yet, Momila. I just want to read the messages quickly.
No problem.
So people can just leave.
No problem.
I will. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
When I look back, that I would make, I was sinking in the shame like a wave. I just knew that I was too far.
You love impossible. Long time ago, you love doing miracle. See you.